Good morning, parents, teachers, and students alike, and welcome to Canisius Education Fair 2022. My name is Jonathan Alexander Tresna, and I'll be your moderator for this session. Today, we are joined by a very special guest coming from Shoreline Community College, Vista Education, and his name is Mr. Luis Sahada. And without further delay, to Mr. Luis, the stage is yours.
All right, thank you. Hi, everyone. First, I have to introduce myself. My name is Luis. I am from Vista Education. This year, Vista Education is thinking of bringing a Shoreline community. And before we actually go to Shoreline, let me present a little bit about Vista Education. I hope it will bring good information for you guys. So basically, Vista Education is an agent who has been helping for student for long years since 1998. We have like 10 branch, and like a lot of students from Canisius also like to come to Vista and then ask like, where should I go for my college, or where should I go for my university? And we have some popular countries that destination that people likes to go, like USA, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, Singapore, and Malaysia. What we do is we actually help students going overseas by consultation, application, visa processing, and accommodation aid. And not only that, we also help the student if they're thinking of, oh, I want to achieve a good English and a good mark for my TOEFL and IELTS preparation. We can also help with that. For a lot of student who is actually thinking of, oh, I don't really know what major should I take. We can help you with that. And we partners with a lot of countries: USA, Canada, UK, Switzerland, China, Japan, Korea, basically almost all the countries we can actually help you. So it's okay if you want to ask us in our booth. And now we're actually thinking of, if somebody is thinking about, oh, I want to go to USA, or I want to be helped in going overseas studies. What Vista do is we actually have like this four big major that we are gonna explain to you. The first thing is we're gonna do consultation. So it's gonna be one-on-one consultation, and then after talking with you, like thinking what's the best for your future, then we're gonna go for application to the university that you want to go. After that, we of course we are thinking of the preparation by like visa processing, accommodation aid, and then the departure. We're gonna help you with that. A lot of our students, like Clarissa went to Sejong, Kaylin went to UCSI, Elmo went to Pace University, and we also actually help a lot of students who's thinking of like, oh, I want to get a better English or a better TOEFL, so I can get a scholarship or something. Oh, we can also help you with that. For example, we have this Keisha. She's from Smaktiga. She went to Blue Mountain International Hotel Management School. The first time he tried the placement test of IELTS, the overall is 5.5. But since she takes the classes from Vista, the overall becomes 6.5. And this is also another student, Ayesha Keiko. She went to South Korea. The overall is 5.5. But when she studied with Vista, it becomes 7.0. And this is actually our location. We have in West Jakarta, and we have in Moi, in Kelapa Gading. We also have in South Jakarta, and we also have in Pantai Indah Kapuk. So anybody who's interested, you can call us, or you can just probably scan with this barcode, or just go to the bit.ly/edufair Canisius, or you can scan the barcode in front of you, and we will help you and get you more information. This is from Vista, and then now we are actually going to Shoreline Community College. Let me stop share for a while. All right. Let me share another thing for you. Just a minute. Okay. So we're actually going to talk about Shoreline Community College. Shoreline Community College is located in USA, in Washington. And if I know a lot of people are going to think like, what can I learn at a community college? That's actually a fair question. So the program option is in USA is usually like 2+2 transfer, and everybody has to have the high school completion. And in Shoreline, we have the professional and technical program, and also we have ESL and College Bridge. And if you're thinking of you want to learn it online, then it's actually we can actually help you with that. Reason to choose community college. So usually people are thinking, why don't I just go to a university? Of course, there's like a benefit or perks of going to community college. The first one is the cost. You actually save money. It's 50% or 70% less than a 4-year institution. So if you are thinking of going to USA, we usually USA you have to take what we call a general education, and this general education or general elective is like math, English, and history. And if you are planning to go, that's why in community college we actually provide you with all that. And since it's actually can be a bridge for you to go to a good university. And not only that, Shoreline Community College is famous for their graduate success, usually more likely to be accepted in the top universities as a transfer student. You can start here in Shoreline Community College, but you can go anywhere to community. If you're thinking of UCLA, or if you're thinking of any kinds of universities that is really famous for their name in the place, then it actually can help us. And community college has personal attention. Like every international students, they actually receive one-on-one attention from faculty advisors. It's actually really hard if you just go and just they call it wing it, like just go there and then you don't really know or understand anything about how the USA and the system works and how the Shoreline Community College works. It's really hard. But Shoreline Community College actually help you with that, and we are trying our best to help the international student if you want to go and arrive. And we actually thinking of providing the best service for you. And not only that, we have also like a fresh start. Yeah, you start with a fresh GPA. You create a new school record to apply your dream school. So sometimes it's really hard for people are thinking of, okay, I want to go to this a renowned university, then you actually start from a fresh start. That's like only four of the a reason why you have to choose community college. But if you need more reason, you have extra OPT. Once you graduate with your associate degrees, you earn 1 year additional OPT, giving you more work opportunity in the US. If you are thinking of working in the US, it's very good um, for you to get a 1 more year. And then not only that, we have equal degrees. You will finish the same 4 year degrees. If you think about it, if you have to pay for 4 year of renowned university school, which is more expensive than 2+2. If you go to a Shoreline Community College, I think it's the best for you to consider about your financial or budgeting, and you will end up with the same and equal degrees with bachelor degrees from your transfer university. So first, a lot of people probably not really familiar with 2+2 transfer. What is it? What is 2+2 transfer? So basically all the bachelor degree needs 4 years, but we divided it into like 2 years at Shoreline and 2 years at the university. The 2 years at Shoreline, you will take a lot of things that you need to take for your majors that you are thinking about. So, for example, if you're thinking of business, then you're gonna take introduction to business or something. You study for 2 years, and then at a community college for 90 credits. Associate in art or associate in science, and then you transfer and study for another 2 years. All right, actually I've seen one of my friends here, Miss Cynthia. Hi, Miss Cynthia.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you. You're doing a great job, Louis.
Thank you. Oh, okay, so Miss Cynthia here is actually going to help me to explain it a little bit more about Shoreline Community College. I'll just give the screen sharing for you if you're okay with that.
Yep. Would you like me to open my PowerPoint? Same thing.
Yes,
It's
please.
Open. Okay, thank you. A little bit of a transition here, everyone. Thank you very much for coming today. I apologize. I went to the wrong link. I don't know why, but anyway. Here we go. So we are talking about 2+2, right?
Yes, you're right.
And, okay. So I think as Louis was describing, the first 2 years at Shoreline are the same actually as what you would do at the university. So the same classes, the same general education, and the same prerequisites that you would do for your major. So 2 years at Shoreline, 2 years at the university, and then the same end result, the same bachelor's degree. And really, we have over 100 different programs, but really you could major in anything. These are lists of possible majors. Popular majors at Shoreline are, for our Indonesian students, are business, computer science, engineering, any of the STEM degrees, as well as recently informatics and electrical engineering. Anything connected with computers has become crazy and popular. So here's the list of the Associate of Science. So basically you do the first 2 years at Shoreline, and here are some examples of schools that our students have transferred to. It's possible to go to a top-ranked university and at a fraction of the cost. Popular schools with Indonesian students are NYU, of course, the UC system like UCLA and Berkeley, and it is possible. You have to work hard. If you're a good student, it's possible. Here's a little bit longer list of the schools our students have transferred to. Our students have transferred to over 200 different universities all over the US. Oops. Let's see here. We also have what are called tag agreements, and I kind of call these our backup schools. So these are the schools when you apply to Shoreline, you can choose one and indicate that on your application, and you are guaranteed admission at one of these schools. For a lot of students, these are not what they're reaching for, but these are the backups. So you have a guarantee of getting in somewhere. Arizona State University, University of California, Riverside are popular backups, and they're really good schools. Sometimes University of Oregon. As long as you meet the criteria, this is what you'll get a letter when you apply. This is what the letter kind of looks like, and the criteria ranges from a 2.5 GPA all the way to a 3.5 GPA. So it really depends on the school that you're choosing. I'm guessing you probably won't need ESL, but we do have an ESL program for anyone that is a little bit lower in English, but most of our Indonesian students start in English 101, which is English composition. We do have professional technical. That's not, nursing is the only thing that I've ever seen an Indonesian student do. We do have an honors program. If you want to challenge yourself and have a little bit deeper curriculum, that is possible. There's a year-long research project that you can do, and you present that at a symposium at the University of Washington at the end of your 1-year research. There are also additional leadership possibilities. They have their own leadership council in addition to the ones that Shoreline already offers. So what's good about Shoreline? Right now, a lot of community colleges are in Indonesia presenting to students. And why is Shoreline the best? Why do I think that Shoreline's great? I've been at Shoreline for 16 years, and I really believe it is the best community college in Washington. Part of it is the location. We are in Washington State. Washington is a beautiful state, and our location is just north of Seattle. So we are in a suburban neighborhood, about 25 minutes north of downtown. We can actually walk to the border of the city of Seattle, but downtown is actually 25 minutes away by car. Depends on traffic. We also have heavy traffic sometimes, but not like Jakarta. So we've been around for more than 50 years. We were founded in 1964. We're a medium-sized school, around 10,000 students. Our international students are a little lower than that. Because of the pandemic, we went down a little bit. About 630 international students from 69 different countries. So that part has gotten higher. And our number one population, if you can guess, is Indonesia. It's our number one population. We have 130 students from Indonesia at Shoreline. It's very popular with Indonesian students. So we are in the top 20 in the US of community colleges with the highest number. Actually, during the pandemic, our international numbers got higher, and we maintained compared to the other colleges. And why is that important? Because we are really focusing on international students and our services and helping international students, and transfer is a really big focus for us. Shoreline ranked 12 in the US. I know numbers and rankings are important for some students and especially parents, and that gives us a little bit of clout. And then the state of Washington ranked #1 in the US for 2 years in a row. It was ranked the best state. And this is the ranking system that we use for colleges. It's the same ranking. This is another thing that's different about Shoreline that stands out. We have an academic advising program that's like no other in the state of Washington. We are more like guidance counselors, and all of our advisors have at least 15 years of experience helping students transfer, helping students decide their major, everything from deciding your major to finding the college to applying for admissions, writing your essay, all of it, and sometimes a few extra things in the middle. We are there to help you. Transfer is actually, it's possible, but it's complex, and we want to make sure that you have the right information that you need. And at Shoreline, you will have your own assigned advisor, and that advisor will help guide you through the whole process. We have some workshops to help students prepare for the transfer. Also, we have different universities. One of the silver linings of the pandemic was that different universities came to Shoreline and presented, and now they're still willing to do that. Georgia Tech, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, Minnesota, and of course, University of Washington, Wisconsin. They all came and presented to our students, which is a great opportunity for students to listen to what majors that those schools have and if that's the right fit for them. This is one of our famous workshops that we have once a year in May. Alumni come back and they talk about their experiences transferring. And as you can see, if you look carefully at these names, many of these students are from Indonesia. And they talk about transfer shock, meaning the grades are a little bit more difficult when they're at the university. It's a little bit different socially. There's not as good a service when they get to the university. They have to do a lot, be more independent. Shoreline is kind of like a step between high school and the university. So the advisors will help each student make their own individualized academic plan, planning each class per quarter. You will typically take 3 classes in a quarter, which means 3 classes in a day. And that sounds easy, but our homework is probably more difficult. It's at least 2 hours per day per class. So your focus is not in the class, your focus is on the outside homework more. So here are some scenes from around the campus and inside the classrooms. This is outside. This is inside an art classroom. Even as an engineering major or as a computer science major, you may take an art class or a painting class or a pottery class. Or you may take a drama class or a music class. All students will take a wide view of different kinds of subjects. Generalist view is the way the US education system works. And that's good because you have a lot of information about a lot of different subjects from your first 2 years. And the second 2 years, you're specializing into specific classes for your major. And I see there are a lot of, there's a lot of chat, and I will get to those questions at the end. Keep putting them in there. Thank you for adding them. So these are views of a science classroom, a laboratory. If you're an art major, you're still going to take a science class. So everyone takes a little bit of everything. Although engineering majors take a lot more focused classes in their first 2 years. We do have athletics and a lot of activities at Shoreline. And then this is why a student chose Shoreline, because it was quiet and beautiful on the campus. Besides the activities, it was easy to study. And then and we're close to downtown. So Seattle is a wonderful city. It's a lot smaller than Jakarta. I just came back from Jakarta, in fact, and I was surprised how big that it felt when I was there. We have a lot of nature. This is the view of downtown Seattle, Mount Rainier. We have a lot of great recreation, including snowboarding and skiing and kayaking and boat like water activities. Pike Place Market is downtown and the original Starbucks is there. We have 4 professional sports teams, both kinds of football, soccer and American football, baseball, and a brand new hockey team. So lots of activities to attend in downtown, lots of recreation and national parks. And this is one of the great things about Seattle as well. Microsoft is there, Amazon is there. T-Mobile's original headquarters is there. Same with Starbucks and Costco. So the opportunity after graduating with your bachelor's degree, if you stay in Washington, or even if you don't, of going to some of these places for your optional practical training after you finish your bachelor's degree. And one of the myths about community college is that there are not engaging activities, but this is pre-pandemic, we had over 60 clubs and organizations. They are rapidly building up again now that we're back in person. We do have a model UN club, we have a DECA club, we have a computer science club and an engineering club, kind of all the important clubs. We have fun things like American football or a pop dance society if you like to dance. And that's both male and female. If you don't find the club that you like, you can start your own. It's a great leadership opportunity for you to start your own club. write a constitution, and find other members to join you. And then the school will give you money, funding for that club. So at Shoreline, we have a week-long new student orientation, which includes a lot of social activities as well as learning about the academics at Shoreline, a tour to downtown Seattle, scavenger hunts, and the fun activities, as well as the important things like the American system and how does it work and how does it work at Shoreline. These are some of the other services that we provide. An airport pickup. We do have a transfer fair twice a year, and this picture on the bottom is a picture of our in-person transfer fair. And this transfer fair is twice a year, the last week in October and the last week in January. And this is the first time it's going to be in person from the last 3 years because of the pandemic. So we are pretty excited that it's going to be in person again. We also have part-time jobs and international student leader positions. The international student leaders are a paid position, but it's a selective leadership position. So students are selected out of many students to become a leader in this group. And we always have at least one student from Indonesia. And this year, Kathleen from Bandung is part of our team. We also have international student ambassadors who focus more on the social media and advertising of the activities. Instagram is our main.
Hello, excuse me, Miss Cynthia.
Yeah.
We're running a bit short on time, so I think I'd like to move on to the Q&A session.
Or sorry.
Okay.
The
Thank
questions
you.
will be asked by Mr. Lewis, and you can answer them later.
All right. So I'll help you with that. One of the question is from Lina. Can we enter community college with O-level marks, and do the students study the same thing they would study in the first 2 years of a college?
Yes and yes. Yes, the O levels are acceptable. Actually, at Shoreline, there's no specific requirement. We recommend that students have an IELTS or a TOEFL or maybe a Duolingo score, but really that's all that students need to enter Shoreline. And yes, if I went to, so actually I was a transfer student and I went to a community college and transferred to the University of Washington. And I studied exactly the same things that I would have studied if I had been at the University of Washington. The classes are exactly the same.
All right, thank you, Ms. Cynthia. I think we're running out of time. Do you have like a closing statement to invite people to come our booth, check it out?
I would just say, yes, Shoreline is a great place. It's like a family. It's very popular for Indonesian students. You can live on campus or in a host family. There's all kinds of great opportunities for you to learn and to get a great education, transfer to Berkeley or transfer to NYU or UCLA or wherever you want to go. And if you have questions, please email me. I can put my email in the chat. And sorry that we are running behind. I'm typing.
It's all right. It's good.
Thank you so much for coming.
All
Okay, here's my
right.
email.
Thank you to both Mr. Lewis and Miss Cynthia for coming today and answering a few questions. And for all of you in the audience who didn't get the chance to have your questions featured today, it's all right, because you can directly ask them in their virtual booth on the Canisius Education Fair 2022 app, or you can email Miss Cynthia directly, as she has already said.
And I will be, I'll be in the booth also.
Nice. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining in today's presentation. My name is Jonathan Aishana Tresna, together with Mr. Lewis and Miss Cynthia from Shoreline Community College and Vista Education, here with the staff at Community College at Canisius College. Also, a very special thank you towards our sponsors. BCA, Asuransi Astra, Bisnet, PT Kurnia Mitra Duta Sentosa, Starbus, Gabungan Pengusaha Kelapa Sawit Indonesia, Gramedia, Kompas.com, Sonora, See Today, and Liputan 6. Once again, thank you all.